on his green jacket in the Masters win. 21 years old, Lucas. The last person to win at 21 at 18 under was Tiger Woods. What do you see about Jordan Spieth? Because I'm a Masters fan. I actually played a little golf. I played back in high school. I was so excited. I was glued to the TV. The Masters is one of my favorite sport events in all the sports. And I was, man, to see Tiger come back, but to see this guy, Jordan Spieth, so humble, incredible character. What do you feel about Jordan Spieth?
Well, I mean, you see right here, this stroke right here by Jordan Spieth, that's the one to win it, but he had a stroke before that, saved his worst stroke for the 18th hole on the 4th day. I mean, he almost broke the record. He tied Tiger's record for 18 under, second youngest guy to ever win it. I mean, he put on a clinic. Right. He dominated all 4 days, but at the same time, it was a very entertaining match.
From the start.
So fun to watch. Yeah, he went off to an 8-under start in the first round, broke the record for 36 holes, broke the record for 54 holes, most pars in a Masters tournament ever. I mean, really, and he's 21 years old. This is his second Masters in his career. He finished runner-up last year.
And some of those putts that he made was Tiger-esque. I was like, wow, no, it was one of the putt I seen. It was like incredible. I said he won the Masters with that putt. And I mean, you heard a lot of comparisons to him and Tiger. Is he going to be the new face of the golf, you know? And I'm asking you about this. What do you think about Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth now? What do you think about the new age golfer?
Well, there's been a lot of speculation. You know, people, at least the older analysts, you see them talking all the time, people like the older people in golf that have been concerned about really the future of the sport. Right. And I think it's obviously in good hands. Jordan Spieth, you saw his domination. Rory McIlroy, Bubba Watson's obviously got plenty left in his career. And then, like you said, Tiger in the third round will finish like 6 under in the third round.
Very impressive.
Tiger still has a lot left in his career. He can still make impact in Masters and several majors to come. So I think the future of golf is in good hands, especially with Jordan Spieth, Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, all those guys.
I think we just need to slow our roll a little bit and just enjoy the moment. Don't put too much pressure on this kid. I mean, he's only 21. I say kid, I'm only 20. But, you know, it's a great win. He brought on a lot of money for that win. So let's pump our brakes, see if he can get in contention in the next tournament. And I say, look, man, let's enjoy it while we can. And, again, let's see, can Tiger hold up?
Well, so Jordan Spieth gets that green jacket after Bubba Watson. Moving on, NBA playoffs start on Saturday. I know how big on NBA you are. Yeah. The East, you got the 1 and 2 spots settled with Atlanta and Miami. But the West, there's all kind of things going on. Number 1, you got the Warriors, but number 2 seed right there is a mess, and the rest of it as well. What are your predictions and what are your thoughts right now on especially the East, but on all sides of the NBA playoffs?
Correction about the East. It's also Atlanta Hawks and Cleveland, actually, LeBron. You probably got that mixed up. But, you know, basketball, man, I hope you guys got y'all popcorn ready because the playoffs is about to start. This is also an exciting time for me because I love the basketball tournament. When you look at it, it's sporadic. You don't know anything about the West. The West, it's like 1 or 2 games back. You either 54, 55, competing for that 2, 3, and 4 spot. Actually, Portland has a 4th spot because they won their division, and I'm so excited about it. My predictions, I don't know because you really don't have a clear spot of who's going to get what seed. But the standards right now, you have Golden State versus New Orleans. Let me say something about that. Of course, you have Stephen Curry, who's an MVP. He's running for the MVP right now. I would say because New Orleans are playing the Spurs tonight, I don't see New Orleans beating the Spurs. But if New Orleans lose, that means Russell Westbrook and the Thunder will get that 8 seed. I would actually like that matchup better because you have Stephen Curry plus Russell Westbrook playing that matchup. And I think that'll be more entertaining for me as a fan to watch. The next matchup we have is LA with the number 2 seed and also Dallas with the number 7 seed. That's actually also a good matchup. And you have Dirk Nowitzki, who say he has his shot back in rhythm now. You also have Chris Paul, Blake Griffin. See, are they able to push the envelope? Chris Paul, is he able to break through finally for their first NBA championship? You also have Memphis, my favorite team, and also the Spurs. The Spurs are the team to watch. You can never underestimate the Spurs because you know they're driven. You know, they are really what a basketball team should play like. You know, the pick and roll. The Spurs, Tim Duncan, Zach Randolph. We see how that matchup will go. Tony Parker, you know, Mike Conley. See, is Mike Conley able to get his rhythm back? Is his ankles able to hold up? And so this is a great game, the grit and grind game to watch out for. The last matchup we have is Portland and Houston. Portland and Houston, that's also a great one. James Harden, you also have Lillard, Damian Lillard. See who are the guys to go back and forth, who will win that matchup. So the NBA is an exciting time, and of course you got the MVP race. You have, Stephen Curry is a guy that I'm so excited about. He's my favorite player to watch. He's a magician on the floor, and definitely I'm excited to see how him and Steve Kerr and the rest of their bunch able to pull up in this playoff. The East, the Cleveland Cavaliers and Atlanta Hawks are definitely teams to watch out for. Other than that, the field is empty. You don't have anything to look for. You have the Celtic team who's just probably a couple games under 500 there in the playoffs. So Cleveland, I think they're going to push the envelope. And I think Cleveland actually could beat anybody in the West except for the Spurs. So that's my predictions. And I think we're going to actually send it to Shaq because he has some information about the NBA draft.
Last Monday marked the end of the NCAA tournament, with Duke finishing at the top of the mountain and Coach K receiving his 5th NCAA championship. Now questions speculate if Duke's Jahlil Okafor still sits at the top of everyone's mock draft. Duke defeated the Wisconsin Badgers 68-63. The Badgers put the fan-favorite Wildcats out of the Final Four, leaving their record flawed at 38-1. These storylines are now beginning to shape the order of the NBA draft. Coach Cal and his Wildcats are obviously the trending topic, as half his team declared for the 2015 NBA draft. 7 of Kentucky's 13 scholarship players will be leaving early for the 2015 draft. Trey Lyles, Devin Booker, Dakari Johnson, the Harrison twins make up the bulk of Cal's potential draft class, headlined by the Twin Towers, Willie Cauley-Stein, and the arguable first-round pick of the draft, Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns and Duke's Jahlil Okafor could both go number 1. The New York Knicks and the Minnesota Timberwolves have the highest chance to win the first-round pick. Okafor's teammates Justice Winslow and Tyus Jones are expected to officially declare for the draft this week after both had exceptional performances in the Final Four as well. Although Wisconsin put a blemish on Kentucky's record, the Badgers' Frank Kaminsky and Sam Dekker are predicted to go mid-first round in the draft. Frank Kaminsky spent his entire college career playing for the Wisconsin Badgers. Sam Dekker, on the other hand, will forego his senior year for the draft. College prospects like Buckeyes D'Angelo Russell, Arizona's Stanley Johnson, still are other solid prospects that are NBA ready as well. But at this moment, the nation wants to see how many more players from the Final Four will continue for the draft. Thanks, Lucas.